Hey guys, welcome to another live stream here at our 14-day 200K Trading Congress today. Very excited to be speaking with YFDAI and their work with the future of DeFi and finance. And we're also going to be having a very special giveaway, $500 worth of YFDAI tokens. But first, a few words from our partners.
PrimeXBT is the most powerful trading platform offering immediate access to over 30 assets. Trade cryptocurrencies, Forex, commodities, stock indices, and much more, all from a single Bitcoin settled account. Visit the link below and start trading on PrimeXBT in minutes.
Birb Network is an interoperable DeFi ecosystem offering token pre-sales, staking as a service, project incubation, and much more. Visit thebirbnest.com/Ferrum. Globe is an upcoming crypto derivatives exchange offering up to 100 times leverage on crypto and DeFi perpetual contracts. Sign up for early rewards at thebirbnest.com/Globe. Radix is the first Layer 1 protocol built specifically to serve DeFi. More information at thebirbnest.com/Radix. YFDAI is democratizing finance by creating the most secure, transparent, and user-friendly ecosystem of DeFi products. To learn more, visit thebirbnest.com/YFDAI. All right. I'm Crypto Penguin. I joined today by my co-host Libs. Hello, Libs.
What's up, guys?
And our special guest, Simon Bogdanowicz, the
Hello.
COO of YFDAI. Simon, well, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know who are you and how did you get into YFDAI?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for having me. I appreciate it. I really, my journey into blockchain really started in about 2015-16, but I really went down the rabbit hole, as they say, in 2017. But before that, let me take you back a little bit into my background, because I think it plays into kind of how I think about things today and my activity and what I do as COO of YFDAI. So I first started my career on Wall Street. So I was working at the Royal Bank of Canada in mergers and acquisitions, traditional finance, was there for a little over 3 years. I saw, the devastation that happened in the late 2000s with the subprime mortgage crisis and the global recession and everything else. And I lived through that, through the lens of Wall Street, right? So it was a very, very different time then. And I've got to understand just how everything works from that lens, which really I think paints a good picture into my understanding of everything in blockchain and crypto today, and how it can really help with so many different things, such as democratizing finance, of course, and everything else, and really utilizing DeFi to catapult blockchain and crypto to the next level. So after my years in Wall Street, I worked in big tech enterprise sales and partnerships for some big outfits between New York City and Silicon Valley, including the largest one being Thomson Reuters. So Thomson Reuters managing Fortune 1000 accounts, installing big finance and tax solutions and products into the various Fortune 500. Working with the likes of Viacom, IHG, Netflix, Pfizer, Raymond James. So kind of looking at it from all different types of industries and perspectives. And then the last company I worked for, 2016, they were purchased actually by a Belgian company. I was working in omnichannel marketing at that time, like a platform that competed with Salesforce Marketing Cloud and IBM and everything else. And so my company was purchased, and I actually at that time left the company and then started a startup growth consulting business called Launch Team, which is still around today. And with everything that transpired in blockchain in 2017, we quickly created another growth agency, but only focused on blockchain companies in 2017, called Block Team. And I took Block Team through from 2017 to today. Actually renamed it to Catalyst Global before joining the team here at YFDAI. So my background is very unique and interesting because it covers traditional finance, it covers big tech enterprise, sales and partnerships, and then a high growth consulting, which was a concentration of helping companies from a non-tech, non-legal perspective around everything growth, right? Especially in blockchain, those early stage startups, even dating back to the ICO days of looking at, from a traditional sense, even, client acquisition, go-to-market strategies, marketing, operations, hiring, kind of you name it on that front. And so that brought me here today. I joined YFDAI in January and quickly moved up the ranks, as you can tell. I joined as the head of growth. And so I was, pretty much responsible for a lot of same things I am now. Obviously, now I'm overseeing more of the business. So I am looking out after the various day-to-day operations and long-term goals, especially around tech and product development, around marketing, around partnerships, around exchange listings, and just everything that you would have to be doing from a day-to-day perspective, and making sure that everything's working in unison. We've had a huge growth spurt in terms of hiring as well, just to keep up with the market, and we have to take advantage of these market conditions to be able to really catapult YFDAI to be at the forefront of the DeFi movement. We're also, from a conference perspective, I'm going to be speaking at a conference next week, a global blockchain and crypto conference, I believe. I'm on a panel with Miko Mitsumura, who's a part of Pantera, as many know in the venture circles, Pantera Capital, as well as Gumi Cryptos, and he's a founder of Evercoin. And then I'm also going to be speaking. We're going to be sponsoring DeFi Summit. So that's DeFiSummit.com. We're going to be sponsoring that alongside, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Consensus, Web3, and a whole host of others. I believe, Synthetics is probably going to be speaking on there, as well as Aave and many, many others, Badger DAO and whatnot. So it's a great for YFDAI for exposure and for progress as we continue to build up. And then, as you may have seen some of the announcements, we've just hired in a lot of new people. So I'm excited to announce today, right now, exclusively, that hasn't been announced yet. We're bringing in a very lead advisor on the product management front, Paolo Perlini. He's from Switzerland, but he spent over a decade at Google, and he was actually one of the top 2% of all of Google from a product management standpoint. Ranked by the performance in Google, and he's also Google Europe's former head of trust and safety, among other positions. And now he has his own mentorship practice as well, mentoring startups and also overseeing one of his own startups as well as CEO and chairman. So very happy to bring him on board as well, and just make sure we're all moving in unison on the tech side and the product side and business side of things, and a lot more announcements to come. But yeah, I wanted to give you a very comprehensive background and a little catch up to where we are today.
That's quite impressive, and I think it's nice that you have that traditional finance background, because you have that understanding that maybe just if you just had a bunch of coders, maybe they can come up with code, but they wouldn't know what finance institutions or what they need or what people want, the kind of requirements that are needed. Let's come back a little bit here. Like, for those who've never even heard of YFDAI, right? What is YFDAI? Like, what is like the grand vision of the project, and how do you aim to achieve that?
Yeah, no, of course. So really, the grand vision of YFDAI is really to really be connecting traditional finance with decentralized networks. And so obviously that's the essence of DeFi in general. So we take it a step further, though. So our vision really embodies trust and transparency, and security and ease of use in terms of all the products and everything that we touch. So our goal is to really serve as a catalyst for mass adoption for the next generation of financial products, and then bringing in not only the products and services that the crypto community knows today, such as staking and farming and whatnot, but also coming out with our own lending and borrowing product, our own potentially insurance product, and other kind of investment products as well, and bringing them to the arena. We have a very strong team, both on the business side as well as on the tech side, that is working, and we've been continuing to add on great new support and new hires like Paulo to the team on a weekly basis, actually. So we're making announcements all the time, and the next announcement is going to be coming out tomorrow on that front. But the mission and the vision of the company was really started back back before, and the lead developer of the project. And again, this is a DeFi project, and we have a DAO component as well. So it's all volunteers that are working on the projects, but the lead developer and a close crew of his was burned a lot, like all of us were back in 2017 to 2018, with a lot of fake projects, and then into the kind of like the DeFi V.1 movement, a lot of rug pulls, right? So we wanted to create an architecture, create a community, create a team that all shares in the same vision to have have a very transparent, secure DeFi ecosystem that prevents rug pulls, right? So we've architected all the products to be in that way. We're blessed to say, knock on wood, we also have a Launchpad incubator, and that just came out this year. And we do specific due diligence, including not only KYC on the entire team, but also an audit of the smart contracts and also token lockups for Launchpads, to make sure that we prevent rug pulls from ever happening on our own Launchpad, where we not only incubate projects, but also we launch them with token pre-sales and public and also public token offerings as well. And then we help them get listed on our own DEX, SafeSwap, on Uniswap, and soon also on QuickSwap, which is the DEX of Matic. And so we have a very ambitious roadmap that we came out with over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to be having a bigger medium announcement that dives into the roadmap and everything else in terms of what we have ahead for the rest of Q2, which is also includes lending and borrowing coming online, and beyond for the rest of the year, which also includes the YFDAI app. And with the app, we'll have our own YFDAI wallet and other elements of like more traditional finance to be able to implement and serve to our community.
Yeah, I like that how you focus on like being safe. Like a lot of your products, like a safe swap, because like if I had to if I asked my family and to invest into DeFi, I mean they just go to the bank and deposit it, and they don't have to worry about, is the bank going to pull the liquidity from the. I mean, I guess they could get. There could be a bank run, but like there's a low risk of that, right? But
Right.
But in order for people to actually adopt DeFi, you can't just have this thing in the back of your mind that I could wake up tomorrow and all my money could be gone. But then how are you going to you have to look at the code, you have to look at the team, and it's not really possible as like one individual to do that. So I like how you do that for us. And could you maybe go through the products that you have like live right now? Like what if I want to participate in the YFDAI ecosystem right now, like today, what are some of the things I can do, and what are some of the benefits I get?
Yep. So we have staking live right now. You can look at that. Mind you, so this new website that you're seeing now, it's been like our latest refresh of the website. So that came out last month, and we're continuing to add new functionality and just kind of new features and new portions of the website as well. We're going to have like a media portion. So today you can stake YFDAI at 72% fixed APY for staking. And it compounds. You actually are earning on a daily vesting, even more often than daily vesting. It's like every few minutes you'll see incrementally your YFDAI staking like tick up. And so you can do that today. You can also farm. We have 4 different farming vaults that you can be farming in, which is live today. We also have live today our DEX, SafeSwap. We continue to add tokens to it. And once we get into SSGT, we can discuss how SSGT is really going to transform SafeSwap and everything that we do. SSGT stands for SafeSwap Governance Token. So it is our token that will help not only with liquidity for SafeSwap to attract more users, more projects to our own DEX, but also has a governance feature as well. So if you hold a certain amount of SSGT, of that token, then you're going to be able to be voting on critical decisions for the company and the project overall into the future. So we're going to be coming out with more and more things to vote. We actually started our vote with SSGT, so the community that held at least 2 YFDAI voted in SSGT to be utilized as our liquidity and governance token. And so we covered staking, we covered farming, we covered SafeSwap, our DEX. We also have Launchpad live. Launchpad is our incubator. I'm really excited to show you that. I'm more excited about the updates that are happening in Launchpad, because we're going to be coming out with soon a single sign-on dashboard, so you can actually see all the projects that we've conducted and all the projects that are pending and beyond, all in one place. And with Launchpad, you'll be able to not only will projects obviously able to launch off our Launchpad and do their fundraising or token raising, we're also able to showcase. We'll be able to showcase that in a single sign-on dashboard, so you can see all the different vesting and claiming schedules and see like where you should be, what tokens you can claim now, or what's the vesting schedule for the tokens, depending on the tokenomics for each project. And it's going to be very slick in that capacity as well. So I think we're really excited by that. So far, we've done 2 launches. They both completely sold out. The pre-sale itself was oversubscribed to each one by at least 5x. And then each of the public sales, we had over, close to 4,000 subscribers coming in, trying to vouch for public sales that have been, $250,000, $300,000 each or less, with maximum caps on each wallet. So, so we've been launching these obviously on the Ethereum network, and by moving over to Matic, which I know we'll get into more, we'll be able to have basically no gas transactions, and that's going to help a lot in terms of our pre-sales, our launches, and everything else, and even our claiming of the tokens, right? Because once you're in the Matic network, you can very easily connect it to Trust Wallet, MetaMask, or anything else, and you don't have to worry about these outrageous fees on the Ethereum network, which hopefully, pray to the Vitalik Lord in the sky, will be solved in the next couple of months. But in reality, who knows exactly when and how that's going to proceed. So we had to think, quickly and make that decision. Those products live. We also have live Safe Trade. It's our low frequency trading algorithm. So that is live as well. And coming online is lending and borrowing. We're also doing, looking at different pilots right now to run our own insurance product and see if it makes sense. And so those are really the main core products of YFDAI that are going to be coming online, that are online today, or going to be coming online here in the next 2 quarters.
Okay, and talking about the Launchpad, you have a video on that. Should we go into that right now? Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so this video we just came out with, you can see 3 days ago, May 10th, and it does a great job explaining what is Launchpad, how it works, a little bit, high level, of course, and then a couple of our recent success stories with it, initially, and then I can tell you more also about our next 2 launches.
Okay, let's take a look at it now.
Introducing YFDAI Launchpad, setting the new standard in incubating and launching early-stage crypto projects. Many top crypto incubators have memberships that cost tens of thousands of dollars to join. Traditionally, few pre-sale participants secure a token allocation in a first-come, first-served pre-sale round, which causes Ethereum gas wars between all participants involved. With YFDAI, pre-sale participants have a guaranteed pre-sale allocation in our Launchpad projects. All you have to do is stake or farm any amount of the YFDAI token for 30 days to become eligible to participate in Launchpad-hosted token pre-sales. On the YFDAI Launchpad, participants are given 24 hours to make their pre-sale purchase. No gas wars, no staying up all night, and no stress involved. Other top crypto launchpads incorporate membership tokens to join token pre-sales, without carrying any value or utility beyond the membership itself. The YFDAI token can be staked to earn 72% a year in staking returns or farmed in 4 vaults. And YFDAI's tokenomics have been carefully designed to drive price appreciation over time, with a deflationary burn mechanism that will leave a final token supply of only 13,950 tokens. Our very first YFDAI Launchpad project, ImpulseVen, was a joint collaboration with DuckDeo that resulted in a tremendous success. Over 850 YFDAI stakers and farmers participated in the VEN presale in a democratized process that included a maximum cap of $1,500 per registered user. The Impulse VEN presale on Launchpad completely sold out, setting up a public sale that sold out in a matter of minutes, followed by a successful exchange listing on YFDAI's decentralized exchange, SafeSwap, as well as on Uniswap. On the heels of Impulse VEN, YFDAI launched DFIT, the cryptocurrency coin built for the world's first wellness habit tracker and global health and fitness community. Alongside our partner, Ferrum Network, YFDAI was entrusted to take DFIT to the crypto market. Having users in over 170 countries and as the winner of Pitch Deck Asia Awards in 2020, DFIT had an oversubscribed private sale, following a public sale on YFDAI Launchpad that sold out in 120 seconds. Within 48 hours, the token appreciated over 12 times since its public listing price and over 33 times from the angel round of its private presale. The journey has only begun. YFDAI's commitment to security and transparency enables vetted, innovative crypto projects to launch the right way, while empowering all YFDAI stakeholders to be an integral part of each project's success.
Wait, did I hear that right? Did they say any amount of tokens? What do you have to do to get into this Launchpad?
Now I got your interest, right? So you have to, you have to be staking or farming basically any amount of YFDAI tokens, and then we announce snapshots. So via the, if you look at the white paper, it says you have to be staking or farming YFDAI or some amount of YFDAI for at least 30 days to be eligible. But more recently, because of the high interest, we will make announcements saying like, hey, if you stake by a certain date, it doesn't necessarily have to be 30 days waiting. You don't have to necessarily be staking or farming for 30 days. You'll be eligible for the next, you'll be eligible for actually the very next Launchpad. So we have an announcement that's going to be coming out today or tomorrow about the next snapshot for our next launch, our next presale launch, DAO 1. So you can stay tuned for that. That's going to be in our YFDAI Telegram announcement channel. But yeah, if you're staking or farming any amount of YFDAI, then you're eligible to be in the presale. We take a snapshot of our everyone that's staking, and also all of our farming pools. We identify who's qualified. We asked the qualified registrants to actually pre-register whitelist, so we know, because to be able to know and identify what the max cap per wallet should be. And we're tweaking how we do that now as well, because we have a great community that has a good amount of whales, but also has a good amount of smaller players that want to get on the pre-sale. So we need to manage expectations of all sides. And so we're doing that. And then once you're qualified and you pre-register saying, yeah, I want to take part in this pre-sale, you have a certain time period to do it, then you'll be on like a whitelist for the actual pre-sale itself. We release a link saying, hey, the pre-sale is this, here's the tokenomics and everything else. You have at least 48 hours, 24 hours, up to 48 hours to make your purchase. So you don't have to wait up all night. You don't have to compete in gas wars. You can log in, saying like, yes, I want to purchase these tokens, connect your MetaMask or Trust Wallet or whatever else, make the purchase. And then once that's complete, we take a snapshot. We take a look at everyone that purchased to make sure that everyone's accounted for, and then we conduct a public sale. And that's actually, a public sale is for everyone, right? For the public. We don't want to limit anybody. So with the public sale, there is a registration list to make sure that bots and other, bad players aren't involved. But as long as you're on the public sale registration list, and you can come in and take part in the public sale, even if you're not staking or farming YFDAI. And then the very next day we have the listing. But by going to Matic, we're going to be avoiding the gas wars, not only in the pre-sale, but also in the public sale. So the public sales also will be hosted on the Matic network, so everyone wins.
Okay, so you don't have to be a whale necessarily in order to get into these pre-sales. Anybody can join, right? Even if you're like a very relatively small investor.
Exactly. Yeah, if you're a relatively small investor, you can join. And like I said, we continue tweaking our process. So we do, we understand. We also have multipliers. I think it's very important to mention. So the longer you're staking or farming YFDAI, the greater amount your allocation can be for any particular presale. So there's a benefit to holding on to it, not just coming in, staking YFDAI, farming YFDAI, getting into one presale and jumping off. Because if you stay with us and you stay, keep staking or keep farming, then you actually have multipliers. I think it was mentioned, but like up to like 1.75x, 75% more if you stake or farm for at least 120 days. So it keeps increasing in 30-day increments, prior to that. So we have all that detail in Medium and also on our website and everything else. But yeah, even if you're staking or farming a small amount, you can participate. But at the same time, we're tweaking things, like I said, because of course, if you're a whale, you've been staking with us since last November, you're holding 15 or more YFDAI. Obviously, you probably deserve a bit more allocation as well. So we have to do that balancing act.
I like that. So even if you don't have a lot of funds, you can get rewarded just simply for being a long-term supporter of the ecosystem. So yeah, I like that. You can have any small amount of tokens, and you can participate. Hey, by the way, Libs, isn't there some way that you can actually get a hold of some of these tokens, these YFDAI tokens, for free and join in these pre-sales? Could you tell us how? I think I heard something about that. Do you know?
All right, so we got a giveaway going on, and you can access that giveaway by using the link in the description of the video, and we have a secret code, a giveaway code that's being shown on screen right now. So remember to check that out, and while you're on it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell notification button so you will be notified whenever we go live.
And that's like that's what, $500 worth of YFDAI, right?
Well, so we did say before it's $500, but we are long-term partners of the Birb Nest. We appreciate everything you guys do. Crypto Birb is a longtime brethren of mine because I was born in Poland. He's Polish and everything else. So actually, for you guys, we want to up it. So instead of $500 of YFDAI, I'm going to announce today, right now, we're going to be giving out $1,000 worth of YFDAI.
Awesome. You hear that, guys? So check it out. Check the link in the description. Get going.
Awesome. Do that right
Get going. Let's go.
All right.
We have only so much time for each type of market, right? And so this market is it's still good. We believe it's still very strong, but we have to take advantage of the time and everything that we have to build, to grow, not only from a marketing community perspective, from a product perspective. You always want to be building great product, obviously, no matter what market condition. But I think it's very important to take advantage of the times where there's a lot of interest, a lot of eyeballs in crypto, on DeFi in particular, NFTs and all that, and everything else, where you want to take advantage of those trends, but never lose sight of the mission and the vision of your project and what your culture is that you set to, right? So that's very important as well, because we've seen a lot of times, right? Everyone remembers BitConnect and the other projects of that nature, right? Where it's the hot buzzword on the street. They're renting out, conferences, spending tens of thousands of dollars. I've seen them at the blockchain AI IoT Expo in Silicon Valley. They have like a main booth, and the next month they blown up. So you always have to keep checked and keep true to your vision and mission, no matter the weather, as they say. But still, you want to take advantage of the current trends and times.
I want to go back to these this launchpad. Libs, have you had the chance to participate in any of these launchpads, pre-sales at all?
Well, not on this one. I haven't. I've participated in some with the Ferrum Network, and I know you guys are partners with them as well. So I do know that some of the products that you have been putting out on your platform. I mean, I've been checking out the performance, and it's quite amazing. I mean, to be able to get a allocation in these products, I mean, yeah, it's golden. It's golden. So guys, like, you should definitely have this on your radar if you're an investor, because it's we're in the perfect market conditions. This is not over. I mean, you're hearing a noise about the potential, reversal, but I don't think it's even close to being over. So you want to look at new opportunities, new investment opportunities on this platform right here. I do believe it has a fantastic future ahead of it. So yeah, 100%.
Yep. And actually, yeah, thanks for bringing up Firm Network. Yeah, so obviously we're partners with them. And so the first project, we did a collaboration, did a co-launch with DuckDeo. And the second, which was Impulse Van, and the second project we did, Digital Fitness DFit, was with Firm Network. So we raised part of that pre-sale. They raised part of the pre-sale as well with their community. So if you're a part of DFit, then you participated in Libs as well.
All right. Well, I guess I did then.
Yeah. And then, I mean, we've seen so much success with that. Now, of course, we want to keep our partners, but the next couple, we're going to be launching on our own. So we're not going to have a partner, because we've had such high demand from our community, everything else, saying, hey, of course, it's a bit of FOMO and everything else, but we have the demand there, and we keep in mind, obviously, the best interests for our community, for our project, and for our Launchpad projects. But we feel that we could, should tackle off some of these projects on our own in terms of the fundraising aspect of it, just to give our community even more to go after from an allocation standpoint and buy-in and everything else.
And this Launchpad, is it going to be moving to Polygon as well?
Yep. So we're discussing that as well. So we're going to be moving with any kind of tech integration, right? There's several different aspects of things. The beauty with Matic, and what I really like about it, is that it is, let's call it Polygon now, because I know they're stressing that, hey, let's move our nomenclature from Polygon to Matic, or Matic to Polygon. The beauty about them is, like, even on their one website, right? It's really Ethereum's Internet of Blockchains. So it's kind of like a cosmos for Ethereum, but it's able to not only take advantage of all the best of Ethereum, it could also help, kind of bridge the gap between other sovereign blockchains and Ethereum as well, and have the full, tech stack, tools, and languages, so you can have interoperability and scalability, and obviously, the zero gas fees. So yeah, the short answer is yes. We are looking at right now, working with our tech team, looking at the best way to be conducting the Launchpad pre-sales on Matic. But still giving everybody the opportunity, if they want to stay on Ethereum, still have liquidity in Uniswap and things like that. But I think Matic's going to be the best way to be launching our Launchpad projects going forward, just because of everything I stated, the ease of use of it, and also the seamless transactions with zero gas, and it's very easy to move between networks as well if we ever need to, between Ethereum and Matic to Ethereum. There's high customizability in that as well, and the tech integration is quite straightforward for any Solidity developer as well.
Yeah, I think it's a very important thing, like the gas fees. If you want to democratize finance, right, the average Joe can't afford $30, $50, $100, $300 a transaction to do some simple transactions, right? So if you want it to be for the average person, like right now anyway, isn't the best place to do it. So I like this move here you have with this, zero fees, music to my ears, right?
Exactly. And then by moving with Matic and Polygon, also we're able to, just help increase. It just helps solve a lot of problems that we currently have on the Ethereum network, obviously, regarding especially the gas fees and like the cost it takes to even claim your tokens, or like stake and unstake, things like that. You can see these transaction fees go to zero, literally zero. And it also is going to help with our governance and our voting as well, and SSGT. because Polygon, just like Ethereum, they're interoperable with Collabland and everything else that we're going to be using for our voting mechanisms, and so it'd be very easy to to train people up into moving over to the Polygon network for this. Again, like I think it's really important to keep in mind that it's looking like hopefully Ethereum's going to be solving their tech issues on this on this side, hopefully by July. But in crypto world, it's May, June, July. It's 2 months. That's like 5 years in any other given industry. Who knows what's going to happen by July, right? So we have to act quickly. We have to think quickly, and that's why we just announced this, a couple of days ago that we're integrating Polygon, and that's why we actually delayed our SSGT public sale till a little bit towards the end of this month to make this integration happen, so we can so everyone can avoid those gas wars, conducting public sale on the Ethereum network. Instead, come in, do it on Matic, know that it's going to be pennies on the dollar, to fight for allocation, and you can obviously everyone can afford that. So speaking right to what you said, you can't democratize if the cost of entry is more than the money you may have in your wallet.
So you talk about SSGT, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is? Can you explain what that is? What are you doing with? What is it? What does it do?
Yeah, absolutely. So SSGT is our, like I said earlier, our safe swap governance token. So it allows us to basically enable fully decentralized governance. Depending on how many, if you're holding 2,500 SSGT, then you can participate in governance voting. It also enables kind of additional rewards for liquidity providers as well. So liquidity providers can use LP tokens to earn SSGT, and that's going to help with our safe swap DEX as well, just to get more projects in there as well. Our goal is to get 40 really grade A projects into our safe swap DEX, and I think all these things, all the elements of the safe swap token from a governance and liquidity standpoint is going to help us achieve that goal. There's also staking rewards. So if you're staking SSGT, we're going to start off just the same like YFDAI at a 72% a year fixed APY for staking. And then if you're staking or farming YFDAI, obviously you qualify for the Launchpad pre-sales, right? Like we discussed. But then if you're staking a farming equivalent amount of SSGT for a minimum number of days, you're also able to increase your pre-sale allocation by that. So you can increase your pre-sale allocation not only by the amount that you stake and farm and how long you've done it, but also the amount you're staking and farming SSGT. So you have a kind of a double multiplier on that. So there's that. And then liquidity providers, in particular, they're going to be awarded with quarterly fees. They'll be awarded with a portion of quarterly fees on some of our products on safe swap trading. They'll be rewarded a fee. They'll also be rewarded a fee on safe swap advertising once we start launching advertising on the DEX. Safe predict fees as well, which is our low frequency trading algorithm, which we actually have it on a roadmap to be updating the algorithm as well here quite soon. And then when we get lending and borrowing online as well, there's fees associated with that liquidity providers will be able to claim as rewards as well by just being a liquidity provider. So there's a lot. There's a lot there, and there's also we had a huge airdrop that we announced. We haven't conducted the airdrop yet. The first airdrop distribution is going to be 30 days after the TGE of SafeSwap, but that airdrop is going to be over a 6-month basis, and it's going to be for not only stakers and farmers, but anyone that was holding YFDAI or staking and farming YFDAI before March 16th is eligible for a 6-month airdrop, depending on how much they were holding, which is pretty cool too. But obviously, that March 16th was almost 2 months ago. So we'll be coming out with more ways to get people involved with SSGT as well. I mean, I think I can safely say that it is the most, of anything I've worked on in blockchain and crypto for any kind of project in my consulting past, the loyalty bonuses and rewards that we have with SSGT are the most comprehensive of any project I've seen or worked on of anywhere. So I highly recommend to look through SSGT on our Medium post and see everything that's involved, because we could do a whole hour just on SSGT, guys. There's that much to it. There's even a last man standing reward with NFT and $100,000 prize pool for that, $100,000 prize pool of YFDAI and everything else. So there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do in the ecosystem. I mean, you have everything in one place. So it's very, very interesting ecosystem, safe ecosystem you're building here. We're kind of running out of time, so I think before we go.
Yeah, here I want to announce one more thing real quick. I know we didn't really talk about it, but last week we announced a partnership with, 2 weeks ago, with Gather Network, right? So Gather Network, mainnet coming online, everything else. So we're going to be integrating the Gather Network into our website as well. So users can be sharing the processing power while they're not only on the YFDAI website, but on the different YFDAI dApps. And from there, they'll be getting paid as well. So we have the Gather Network integration going on as well. And we have everything on that in our Medium posts or Medium blog as well. So that's another exciting partnership that I wanted to make sure you guys know, because we're working. Yeah, there it is. Because we're working hard on everything. Of course, we're also working hard. I know we get questions every day. When's the next exchange listing? When are we doing tier one? We're talking to three tier one exchange listing exchanges right now, and we're trying to finalize the best approach, the best one for that. So hopefully I can make an announcement on that very soon, but I can't announce anything right at this moment, as I know you guys would like to. But yeah, so there's a lot of great things going on, and that's why we've been aggressively hiring too, right? On the business side, we're actually still looking for a couple people on the business side as well. So if anyone's interested in getting involved in a very innovative up-and-coming project like YFDAI and has experience in blockchain marketing or blockchain partnerships, we're hiring on that side as well. And I think on the development side, I think we're pretty much set now, but we're always taking resumes. You can always go visit our website. On the top right of the website, you could always drop in your resume there and your background.
Yeah, the thing I like about this Gather partnership, I think it kind of encapsulates what I feel is like your kind of philosophy with your partners is like a win-win situation, right? And what Gather does is it's win-win for everybody. The users and the project, they get some funds. The processing power goes to help developers, enterprises, and they get like a cheaper processing power. Everybody gets something. Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing project to look into if you want to go check out the Medium blog for YFDAI.
Yeah, and the Gather's been doing a great job. But yeah, I would love to take some questions from the audience if you guys have some lined up already, or take it anyway. You go. I mean, I think I love love these kind of conversations and just making it free flowing, everything else. So happy to answer whatever there is out there.
Yeah, I have a question. Something interesting you talked about in the beginning. I'm not sure if it's too early or if you want to, can talk about it. But you talked about a insurance product, and maybe you could a couple of comments on that and what that is, and the plans with that one.
Yeah. So we obviously insurance in the DeFi space is quite new, right? And there's not that many companies offering insurance product. We're still looking at it and trying to figure out what the best way is. Like, we're running a research pilot right now, trying to see what is best. Obviously, everyone in insurance knows the name like Cover Protocol. And there's things like that, right? And kind of ensuring peer-to-peer coverage market that they offer, and especially around Ethereum transactions. But Beyond that, I think we want to look at it at a different angle. I think anything that we do, we always want to look at things at a little bit different angle, right? Obviously, it is when it comes to innovation, especially in crypto, you always have to think about, buy, build, or partner, right? And usually it's buy, obviously for early stage startups is out of the question. So it's more so like, build or partner / integrate someone else's, tech into your tech. So we have to think about that as well, because, you don't want to spend 2 years developing something out that's already there, but at the same time, you want it to be unique, right? Unique to you. So we actually are speaking with a Silicon Valley. I can't say too much, but we're speaking with pretty prominent, well-known, been around for a number of years, but not super well-known, but very, very well-respected and recognized Silicon Valley online business insurance company, and looking at the products and things that they offer and how we potentially can go that route of offering some of the same solutions, but in the crypto sphere, more from a traditional sense, as well. And obviously, with insurance, there's a lot of things you have to take into account. And so, I can't say too much. We're still running that pilot, but we're looking at all options, and we want to make sure that our products and what we do is unique to the rest of the market as well. That's why we have 72% APY for staking. That's fixed, right? Most others I see for staking have a variable APY and whatnot. And so we know based on the tokenomics that we've crafted, we can have a 72% fixed APY at least through the end of the year. And then from there, we can turn to variable, turn to variable APY, based on the tokenomics and things. So we're always crafting different things in that mindset. Also lending and borrowing, right? We want to have it so it's unique, so we're not a copycat of something else. So we're looking at right now working with the tech teams and having tech meetings on this, every other day, basically, of like, hey, how do we make our lending and borrowing product unique to the market that's not a copycat of others that are out there. And there's a lot of interesting ways to do that. But at the same time is of the essence. So there's certain elements you need to take from others, but then you need to make them unique yourselves and say like, hey, why is our product the best and unique, and establish that, kind of IP for ourselves. So, so I'm excited to see what's ahead, and to make those announcements, but I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. A lot going on. I really, really looking forward to seeing the development. We got one more question. What is the main differences between SafeSwap and QuickSwap?
That's a good question. If you look at it from the onset, right? Look at SafeSwap, Uniswap, and QuickSwap, right? They look very, very similar. The big thing is, right, SafeSwap was originally a fork of Uniswap, right? So it's very similar to that, and because of that, we're beholden to the Ethereum network and gas fees and issues. With QuickSwap, it's on the Matic network, no gas fees, no network congestion of any kind, basically instantaneous transactions, and it'll just allow for a lot more seamless process in that capacity. Obviously, we're going to be thinking about we have to think about the transitions of everything. From a liquidity standpoint as well. And obviously many more people are still utilizing Uniswap over QuickSwap as well. And obviously SafeSwap is just our own DEX that we're just really coming to. It's been out for a bit, but we're just really going to start marketing as we move it over to Matic. Because I believe right now, even with what we have to offer, except on the Polygon side of things, I think our staking 72% APY is going to be one of the highest on the entire network of theirs and things like that. So I think we're going to be able to attract a lot of projects, a lot of liquidity on that. But for now, the main difference is really from a user standpoint, just the transaction fees.
Right. Maybe one final question to just close this off, I think, is where do you hope to see YFDAI in the next 2 months? Maybe 2 months is a little short, but maybe longer than that. Is it possible to see YFDAI in the top 100 coins this year?
I mean, if we've seen Dogecoin, right, come to be and everything that has happened and transpired, if we can see that in the top 100, we can see YFDAI definitely in top 100. But with that being said, our thing is, we also are not like one of the hype tokens of like pump and dump, like hype and dump type tokens. We're building. We want to build everything fast. We want to grow our community and everything else. But it's definitely is a possibility. I think we always think about things in terms of a structured way. Like, let's get the market cap to 100 million, and then 200 million, 300 million, and go from there. Right? It's a lot harder to get from 0 to 1 than it is to go from 1 to 10, and then 10 to 100. And so we have to piece everything together and bring it all together. But it is possible, and that's where we aim to be as well. Of course, I don't know if next 2 months, but hopefully, by year end, if we can be there, in the top 100, obviously that'd be a fantastic goal to be reaching. And at the same time, though, that's why we're bringing in so many people. So we need the teams. We need a machine that's turning 24/7 to be able to get there. And I think we're getting there very quickly with the new team members that we have on board. And remember, the project itself, YFDAI, we just started in the fall of last year, right? Between late August and early September. So now it's May. We're less than a year old. So come to get to where we are now has been great. It's been a great journey. But we know we have a lot more ahead, and we want to take advantage of the trends. But at the same time, we don't want to lose focus of what we stand for as a project.
Right, that's awesome. Okay, I think we're running out of time. There's another show coming up. So before we go, don't forget there's a giveaway, $1,000 worth of YFDAI. Link in the description down below. And this is, you're not just gonna get just some tokens, right? This is some tokens that are gonna help you make more money. You can farm, you can stake, you can participate in launch pads to get money coming out the wazoo. All right, so make sure you grab those.
I'll drop another hint real quick. So obviously we're conducting our SHGT pre-sale next, and then we already announced our Launchpad project after that, DAO 1, which we didn't really get into. But we will be taking a snapshot for DAO 1 to be eligible for that pre-sale sometime in the next few days. So keep an eye for that. So if you have YFDAI staking or farming before that snapshot, you will be eligible for that pre-sale.
All right. So if you have any YFDAI lying around, make sure you put that to work. And hint, hint, wink, wink. You might get something special. All right. And make sure to join our free trial at the Birb Nest. We have a 14-day training congress. So if you sign up now, you get 14 days of a free trial. You get access to a lot of great trading, educational trading content, a lot of great live streams and analysis from expert analysts like my friend Libs here. And we're also having a special discount. Our prices are going up soon, so make sure you sign up. You can sign up with our subscriptions with this special discount code. You can also grab our very powerful Burbicator Pro indicator before prices double May 25th.
And that thing's awesome. Yeah, we've been playing around with it for a little bit. It's great.
Right. So a lot of ways you can make money, right? YFDAI, learn how to trade, the indicators, do all that stuff, right? And we'll see you guys in the next show. Right. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Get it. Have a great one.